Hello, hello, I'm Kelly and welcome to the Planner Project. I am so excited to jump into 2018 with you guys, talking about everything from productivity to bullet journaling to not only getting organized but staying organized. I am a lifelong procrastination addict along with a goal setting nerd, and I just love talking about everything to do with productivity and just staying on top of your life because it's not always an easy thing to do, but it can be a lot of fun. I've already put up a plan with me video that shows my first attempt at bullet journaling. I'm going to be diving into that full speed ahead in January, but before I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about what my current productivity plan is, because I have a bunch of tools in place that I do really like and they work really well, and maybe they'll be a good fit for some of you guys, even though for me they're not working as well as they used to. So before I dive in with the new, I figured it might be a good idea to show you guys where I'm coming from in terms of staying on top of productivity, all of my lists, because you better believe there are a lot of lists, and the tools that I'm using pretty much on a daily basis. First up is the tool I've been using the most for the past few years, and also the one I'm going to be cutting out of my productivity routine completely, and that is Todoist. This is a website/app that is all about to-do lists, which is pretty much what it sounds like, but it has been so useful. It basically has a gamification system which gives you points for completing tasks, and you get to kind of climb through the levels over time. I am so close to completing the highest level on Todoist, and really at this point I've been using it for so long that it's really just not that much fun anymore. I'm still using it now because I have to, and I do want to beat the game more or less, but I have kind of lost that drive and the routine that gets me excited to go check out what I need to do every day and makes me feel pumped whenever I finish anything. So it is time to retire this one for me, but if you're looking for something technologically based that'll help you stay on top of all of the tasks you need to do and different projects, I cannot recommend Todoist enough. It is really cool. It has been so good to me for so long. I may go back to it eventually, but for now it is just time for me to move on and kind of throw everything into a journal, something I can carry with me and actually work on physically rather than just having on my phone and on my web browser all the time. But I do love it, and I cannot say enough good things about Todoist. Next up is this ratty old notebook that I have been carrying with me pretty much the last year. I've put everything in it from lists to brainstorming to just things I need to get down on paper. It is really disorganized, but I do love it. It has been super useful and has gotten me back into the habit of writing things down rather than typing everything all the time. I'm going to try to finish the last 20 pages or so that I can actually say I've finished this notebook, because finishing notebooks is a problem that I have pretty much all the time, but this one has been really good to me. I'm sure I will still use something like it in the future. This notebook has basically been acting as my first ever unofficial bullet journal, and it has treated me very well. And these last two tools I won't go too far into because I'm sure you've heard about them before, and if you haven't, they are worth all kinds of research because they are staples to the productivity community for a reason. The first of those is Google Calendar, which is an online calendar that you can add things to in different categories. So I have a YouTube calendar and a dog sitting calendar and a writing calendar. I'm still probably going to use that to some extent, but I do want to start transferring more and more over into my bullet journal so I have it all in one place and can see it even when I'm not at my desk. The second tool in this category is Evernote, which I'm pretty sure I will continue to use through 2018 because it has a lot of awesome information on there, plus all of the stuff that I have digitally that really can't be transferred into a bullet journal does still need a home, and Evernote has been all kinds of awesome for basically digital notebooks. This combination of 4 tools has worked really well for me over the past few years. I'm just kind of losing enthusiasm and it is time for something new. So basically I'm taking those first 3 tools and combining them into my 2018 bullet journal, and then I'll continue to use Evernote to kind of supplement that, and I'm really excited to see how that works out. I'd love for you guys to stick around and dive into this productivity adventure with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be back later this week with more 2018 prep because I am just so ready for the new year.